Yeah.
guys, to everyone. It's Ada from Poison Rock, and I'm pleased to give a welcome back to Doug Aldrich. We are here to talk about mainly today about Dead Daisies, but first of all, Doug, how are you? It's nice to have you back.
I'm so happy to be back. I got through everything's good. My health is great. And just, to everybody, please just get checked out, go to the doctor, make sure everything's good once a year, and then I'll be very happy for that if you do that.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm also happy to see you here, and a lot of fans, they were like, you have a big family around the world. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
it made me feel so good when people would write me, messages or say, God's got you or whatever.
Yeah.
It meant a lot. It really helps when you're going through something when your friends come out like that. And I'm, thankfully I'm really good now. My blood is perfect and my they do a scan of your body after you have cancer and so far, everything's good. I got to just keep an eye on it. Obviously, it's just like anything,
Yeah.
but I'm here to say the best thing you could do is just make sure that you get checked out, and then
Um,
if you ever have any problem, they can take care of it easily.
Yeah, it's better to prevent than to face when it's more serious or something. But it's
Yeah,
so good to see you here, like healthy.
thank you.
We need we need you as in the music scene and in the world. I mean, you're always there smiling, and that's something beautiful because no matter what, you're always there smiling and bringing in the most simple way light. That's something that not is all about you. And when you play, when you do interviews, when you just even in tough moments, you're always smiling. So that's so
Well, now I'm just happy to be talking to you. We're happy about the new, the new album coming out, and there's a lot of good stuff happening. So very, very blessed.
and it's because of course 1 month ago you played in Italy, kindish 1 month ago. Now,
Yeah, we had a
yeah,
couple shows. We had two shows, I think,
yes.
and yeah, it's always great to be in Italy. We hadn't been there for a little while, so it was great to be back, and I look forward to more.
Yeah, of course, because especially now there has been released the first single, Crossroad, from the
Yeah,
coming album Looking for Trouble, that will be released at the end of May, so the 30th of May. And I want to ask you, it's the pre-order are open already?
yeah. People can go to the best thing to do always with the Dead Daisies is check the socials, like and the website
Okay.
deaddaisies.com, because everything's on there. You can pre-order the album, and you can stream. There's a couple songs that people could stream. Crossroads and I'm Ready is also
Yeah,
on streaming, but the album's coming out
it's
May
amazing.
31st.
I mean, it's amazing because I mean, it's going towards more a blues sound, and it's covers, and
Yeah, it's basically a blues album. They're all blues hit songs from the olden days, and we just we put our stamp on them. We kind of daisified them, and
yes,
we basically we're a rock and roll band.
yeah,
That's what we do, but our roots are definitely in the blues. The guys that I grew up listening to,
really,
like my direct influences when I was a child was Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, Richie Blackmore, all these guys, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and those guys were influenced by the originals, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters,
yeah,
Robert Johnson, and
yeah, of course.
so we were just in the studio and we decided, hey, let's just, the studio that we were working at, we were writing, and it was a really inspirational studio called Fame Studios in
Yeah,
Muscle
yeah,
Shoals.
that's for sure.
So we were just writing, and we decided to jam on a blues song, and then one went to another and another, and we just basically put our stamp on them.
So that was a kind of decision to do like, let's say, I don't want to say cover, but let's say just paying homage to this amazing musician in the blues scene. It came out from like just jamming, being a, or you talk about that before.
No, we started jamming, and then we decided, why don't we do something a little different? make it our own.
Yeah.
Like, for example, just so people understand, Crossroads was the original original famous recording was Robert Johnson.
Okay.
The song was written by somebody else. Robert Johnson covered it, and he made it. Everybody thought that was Robert Johnson's song.
Yeah.
Then Cream did it. Cream did Crossroads. And when I was growing up, Crossroads was, I was like, that's a Cream song. So later, I found out, oh, it's Robert Johnson. I heard all of Robert Johnson's songs back in the 80s, and but didn't think much of it. So then cut to last year, we were in the studio and it's like talking about we're so close to the crossroads where we were. We were right there. And we were talking about the stories of,
Yeah.
these people going to the crossroads, selling their soul, trying to get, they want to get famous and fame and fortune, you know.
Yeah.
And then we decided, well, let's go play it, man. Let's go play that song and go in the studio. And then we decided, let's change the groove a little bit. So it's not like Cream, it's something different.
Okay. Is that David?
And
Yeah.
and Marty Fredrickson, our producer, said, come on in, guys, have a listen. And it was like, wow, that's cool. Let's do something else. And somebody would go, okay, let's do Born Under a Bad Sign. And so we were just having fun, basically.
Yeah. So it's just this, let's say, because of course there is let's say these songs came spontaneous, like the choice of the other song that you put in the album.
Yeah, it was just like, okay, well, what do you guys want? What else could we do? And somebody would go like, well, how about Little Red Rooster? Because David Lowie loved
Yeah.
Little Red Rooster when he was a child and when he was growing up. And then the Stones did it, and that was really cool. So we just wanted to, we just played it. What could we do different? And some of the biggest changes came on songs like Black Betty. Black Betty was recorded. People have heard a Black Betty version from Ram Jam, the band Ram Jam, but the original recording is by a guy called Leadbelly, and that recording is just the vocals. He's singing "Oh Black Betty, Ram Ram." It's just a vocal. There's no music, so we took that vocal and put our own music to it. So it's like our interpretation of these blues songs, and they're all great songs.
Yeah,
So
of course.
people will recognize them. So
Yeah, because of course these are classic. Because I was seeing the track list, there is also Sweet Home Chicago, which is an amazing other beautiful song, and I think people can understand also a little bit of your influences when it comes uh, to blues, because rock is like the evolution of the blues. That's mainly the thing. It's just
yeah, I mean,
music history.
yeah, like John Corabi is really good. He says, we got influenced by our own music. Like it was created, that kind of blues music was kind of created in the U.S. and
Oh,
a Native American music almost. And then we got the guys from England and from Europe listening to the American
yeah,
blues, making it a British sound or a European sound, and then we got turned onto it that way. So it's like roundabout full circle,
yeah,
that we
exactly.
that we learned about it.
Yeah, but as I also like the blues was played, it's like you said, it has the roots in what it was like telling the story, was telling a story of the life,
That's
um,
right.
or playing in the club in the it's almost like the jazz, jazz music. They were the two genre that especially it's like there's something that reminds me of the book of Jack Kerouac on the road, like the beginning. You expect to see like Led Zeppelin in this if you think about On the Road of Kerouac, but it's all about blues and jazz because of that was in the 50s. So at the
Yeah.
beginning of everything there was the story, the life lived literally on the road. So I think that's why it's important for the youngest generation mainly to get to know what their idols like you and Kurabi and all the daisies have been influenced by.
Yeah, it's a good thing. You forget about that because I'm older. Of course, I know there's all kinds of history and stuff, but for younger musicians or fans of rock coming
Yeah.
up, these are the songs that
Yeah.
influenced. These are the songs that influenced Zeppelin and Deep Purple and stuff like that. So we're
Yeah.
just kind of bringing them back. We're
Yeah.
trying to put a fresh coat of paint on them, as David Coverdale would say.
Yeah. You just cited my icon, okay? Because as big as well that David Coverdale would say, yeah, my influences are there because I grew up like listening to you and David Coverdale, and for me that was like White Lion, Still Art. For me, that that the biggest band and all over the world. And when I ask like I had like just like to influence to interview Yang and asking this or you just asking the influences this music. So then you move to another level of music to understanding where your idol where this music came from, because especially in the hard rock scene the step is not that far from the blues. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes also in Motorhead we had blues also, that never forget.
No,
So
I mean, all like what you're saying that David Coverdale with Whitesnake is he's a really good example because he was directly influenced by people. He told me, um, he goes, "Do you know how I got the sound that you would hear like, "Ba-da-da, a black cat moan, but it's burning with the fever," right?
yeah,
That's blues right there.
yeah, exactly.
And you would go, David, how did you get that? How did you develop that sound in your voice?
Voice, yeah,
And the same with Karabi too. Karabi's got, I mean, listen, John Karabi is
amazing,
the perfect bluesman.
yeah,
So these guys, John Karabi, David Coverdale, these guys were listening to that early stuff,
and
but more so David. And he was trying to emulate the sound. So he would make it gritty, that
yeah,
gritty David Coverdale voice. And basically those guys they basically were just singing on a little microphone and it was getting a little too loud, so it was distorting a little bit,
yeah,
and that's how that sound came. But David was trying to make it with his voice, and then same with John, because
yeah,
John was influenced by Steven Tyler,
yeah.
Robert Plant, and all these guys.
Yeah, and I mean, and they are the voice. I think that no, I think they are the most beautiful voice that the art rock scene has ever seen and ever will witness. For my personal opinion, that's my personal opinion, and I think some still of the night accusers would say. So I think that's a clear frame. But also for you, also think Doug, because you as a guitarist, you have I think a formation as a also come from blues. Your music, your inspirations, blues, rock and roll, hard rock, because that's a
Yeah, I mean, my
that,
my
yeah,
my influences definitely are my style of guitar playing is a mix of a lot of different people, and they're all influenced by the blues. And so, we went in the studio, we did this album very quickly, and I was able to draw on some influences and of course you know, I know how to play blues and stuff like that, but I'm not like known as a blues guitar player. So this was something really fun for me to, and quick. We did it quick too. Out of we were there for basically 7 or 8 days, and
okay,
we were writing songs. That's what we were doing at this studio. We were writing songs, and then we started jamming on blues songs. And the studio that we recorded at was it's a famous studio called Fame Recorders in Muscle Shoals, which is
Masters.
down there in the south in the U.S. near the crossroads of Mississippi. And it was an amazing studio where a lot of famous old blues players
Yeah,
and R&B singers like Aretha Franklin, Etta James, Wilson Pickett, all these people had worked. So it was very inspirational to be there.
yeah. And because it's like not only that, like the jamming the blues song, but there was the place, the vibe of the place, the energy of the place that
Yeah.
being all inside the recording and the mastering and everything of the album. So it has a core, a pure core of soul, we say. A soul, but with the touch and the sound of the Dead Daisies.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Otherwise,
we we we
yeah,
definitely put our stamp on it. There's a couple songs that the Dead Daisies are known for. We've got you know, how many, we've got 10 albums or something like that. But we're known for a straight ahead, when David Lowie started the Dead Daisies, it was basically a straight ahead rock and roll sound. No, no frills, just rock and roll punch in the mouth, sound. He's very influenced by AC/DC and bands from Australia. Uh, Rose Tattoo is a big
I
one.
saw too, yeah, I saw them. I remember the voice. That's also the main.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Angry
yeah,
Anderson. And
yeah,
so songs like, so that's a sound,
yeah,
that's very similar to Going Down by Freddie King.
yeah.
It's a, bow, 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 wow, so David was influenced by that stuff,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of like coming full circle in a way, but yeah.
It, it's a like, and I think like we mentioned before, it's important giving to also because putting this album out and people, it doesn't matter if it's younger or not, just fans starting to listen to this album, they maybe will find out that could be fan of some of the musician that you covered the song that you made a song of. I don't know, but for example, Howling Wolf, maybe they found out to be the new fan and start to listen all his discography. This,
Well, that's how it is for me because I,
yeah,
I wasn't thinking about any blues, and now we did this record. We didn't practice it too much. We just recorded it live. We just
okay,
made it raw. It's got mistakes. It's really cool. But by doing all those songs and putting our sound on them, then I'll be at home and thinking about some music to listen to, and now all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna put some blues on, put some
yeah.
Robert Johnson on. That old Robert Johnson stuff is so cool to
So
just have playing in your room, in the house.
that's
It's really cool. So
and
it's a
also
whole different, it's a whole different vibe than
so,
what people would expect from us. But we kind of rocked it up, so we were putting it into a nice package
yeah,
for our fans of rock to listen to. But going back and listening to the original recordings is really fun too,
yeah, but I
like
think
you said.
in the composition, in the future writing of the song on the sound, maybe fan can be we can be expect some blues vibe in the future songs of the Daisies.
Well, all of our songs, I mean, the songs that we're known for, like from those other albums, they're bluesy space songs. I mean, it, we always have the little flavor of that, but this is just going to the next level.
Yeah, this is just to give the raw soul art. I mean, one said the raw soul blues vibe, let's say. Just give
Yeah.
this is it.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
something different. And you know what else would be really cool is for us, we're playing, we just played in Italy a
yeah.
month ago, and we played a couple songs. We played Crossroads, we played I'm Ready, we played Going Down, and
Okay.
so people will get to hear this stuff live when we come on tour. We got some European dates coming up, as you
Yeah.
know, and yeah.
Also, European dates, but also I think some festival you are playing also, or it's just European. And I think there are some festival also, I guess.
Yeah, there's some festivals too. We
So
got Grass Pop.
okay,
There's
big festival.
a couple other
Yeah,
steel. I
because
forget. I don't
yeah,
have the list in front of me, but definitely people should go to deaddaisies.com and check it
yeah, but
out.
if because if I have these dates here, so it should be like a kind of European day, a European tour in June. It started from I think the 14th of June, so it's gonna be in Spain, Netherlands, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, so until the end of June. So you're gonna cover
Yes.
all, let's say, the central kind of Europe, and then in August it's gonna be literally going to the United Kingdom. Saying that is you're gonna basically gonna cover, let's say, most of the European, let's say,
We're hitting a few spots that
yeah.
that have been asking for us to come, and we're gonna probably do a few dates in the U.S. later in the year. Maybe we're
Okay.
trying to get to Australia. We've got offers to come to Japan and South America. We just have to see what the schedule's like.
Yeah.
So if not this year, maybe we can do it next year. We'll see. But definitely we want to come. You know, we love Europe. We love Italy, and like you said, we're starting in Spain and doing a whole bunch of stuff already. So
Yeah.
we're very excited about it, and the
Oh,
show is kick ass. If you
yeah.
Now, I don't know where you are, but the show is amazing. John Corabi is one of the best frontmen out there today.
Yeah, I agree. I
And
agree.
yeah, so he's basically when we play a show, he's putting on a party. It's it's a lot of fun. People are singing, he's telling jokes.
That-
I mean, he's just a funny guy, basically. You know, he'll just somebody will say something, he'll say something back, and it's
yeah.
just a good time, you know, a really good time.
That's something. This is something that I saw and I think felt from any interviewing musician like you, or like it could be John Corabi, or like I don't know, our common friend Keith St. John, all these people, these Todd Kearns. All of you are like that, coming from this beautiful era, that play this beautiful music that is literally, it's for me touched to the soul and to the core, always close to the fun. You're always who you are. It's not that you are wearing a facade. It's that. And I saw that, and every time, also, even to say, also, for example, Lorraine Lewis from Femme Fatale, she's that simple. And then the next day you happen to be, I don't know, she's your best friend. This is how you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Well, Lorraine is I've known Lorraine since the 80s, and she's still she's got so much energy. She's just kick ass.
I
She's a
love
great she's a great person, and
her.
she's just a lot of fun, you know, and she's a great person, but she's also a great artist too.
Like vocalist, yes, also. And
Yeah.
and that's, I think, something that people can expect going to the Dead Daisies live show, seeing this kind of home, kind of, family vibes, being between friends, feeling the warmth of it.
Yeah,
Actually, and that's what is blues band also. I think it's telling stories. So,
that's right. You're absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better.
I mean, that's
In fact, you should be doing the interview and I should be asking the questions.
okay, no, no, wait. I waited for these interviews because you are one of my favorite guitarists, because I think you deserve more the spotlight in the world. That's also. But I think it's also beautiful about the UK, because it's important to say that the UK tour is gonna be taking place in August. So not
Yeah,
maybe the people could understand June could be Europe, and then July you
yeah,
can. There is 1 month off, I think, and then it's August, starting from the 13th in Belfast. So and then going through Edinburgh, and until
yeah,
23rd, I think. It's
yeah. And then we have a
yeah.
festival. There's a festival. So yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? The UK is not that far from Italy. So people could just, if anybody's free, pick a
Yeah,
date, come hang out with us. Let's have a party. Let's go. Let's play
yeah,
some blues
but also in Europe,
and rock and
yeah.
roll, you know?
But also in Europe, I mean, also with these, also there is, I mean, Germany, and it's not that far. I mean, just for me, I can take the plane and go anyway. It could be easier in United States, like I said before, because it's cheaper. But I think if you want to do something, if you want to see your favorite band, you just do it. If you want something, you put passion and you do it. It doesn't matter how hard it is, you put the effort in, you do it. So let's say for the rest of the years, it's going to be like like you said, some dates in the United States, and then maybe something to 2026 about the rest of the globe, let's say.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely we're getting a great response on the album, so we want people to check it out. It's coming out May 31st,
Yeah.
so definitely people check it out. So I don't want to take away from
Yeah, but
your
yeah,
dinner time.
yeah, it's okay. Just to say to the fan, it's gonna be available on physical copy, the album also, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
perfect. And so pre-order open, just take it and listen, because it's important to know and feel that the soul of the soul of the daisies, and just have
Well,
fun.
but it's also just a different record. It's got good
Yeah,
songs that are the roots of rock and roll, and
um,
so it's just for enjoyment, you know.
yeah,
The truth is that we are all just lucky. We're playing rock music and listening to rock music together, and blues music is where rock came from. These
exactly.
songs they still kick ass. They're great for the car or the
Yeah,
train or whatever. So check it out.
and that's
Check out the record, and if you like it, definitely pick it up. It's
exactly.
good.
So can I say thank you so much, Doug? It was nice to see you here, healthy. That's the most important thing. And as last time, greetings to your wife because she's super nice. And have the best of the day. And see you in
Thank you.
Europe or
Thank
UK or whatsoever. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, and look forward to seeing you. Let me know if you're going to come to a gig, and I'll definitely tell my wife. She is.
Come too.
If it wasn't for my wife, I might not be here right now. She took really good care of me.
She's an amazing woman, and if I come into the US, you're gonna bring her. We're gonna have a pizza to have all a
Oh,
pizza together. A pizza.
we might have to come to Italy for that pizza, though.
Here, my house is open. You're very welcome here.
All
It's
right.
Sicily, so it's pizza and dessert, cannoli, to be more precisely.
Oh, oh my God. Okay, we're coming. We're gonna book a trip.
Okay, I'm gonna talk with your wife. Talk
All
with
right.
her.
Thanks,
Thank you
Ada.
so much. Bye, Doug.
God bless you. Yeah, thank you,
You
sweetie.
too.
Have a great night. Thank you for a
Too.
great
Have a good
interview.
rest of the day. Bye, Doug.